Thank you for beginning this, I suppose I could call it a video tutorial about having a friendship with Jesus. And this is where I'd like to start and what I'd like to lead you through. I'd like to share with you the 3 L's. That's lounge and listen and link. You're not going to find those words particularly in a Bible passage. It's not a chapter and verse that I could give you a reference for. These are 3 words that helps me to help you to understand what a friendship is and understand how to begin your friendship with Jesus. Lounge, listen, and link. And in this short video, I'm going to tell you about the word lounge. When we lounge with people, we kind of kick back, we shoot the breeze, we talk, we just are friends with one another, and that's what we can do with Jesus too. Jesus invites us to lounge with him, to talk to him as you would a friend. So that's prayer. As you're beginning your friendship with Jesus, one of the very first things that you can start doing to make your friendship with Jesus come alive and make it real to you is lounge with him. That's to pray, to talk to him. Prayer isn't some secret, mystical, complicated language. Praying is simply talking to God. And what I mean is that you literally talk to God. Maybe you would start by saying, "Dear Jesus," "Father," something like that, "Dear God," and maybe you would end by saying "Amen." But the middle, the content of your talking with God is the language of friendship. Use the same words that you would use with your friends. Use the same words you would use in the office with everyday people. You are talking to God. Now, there's not a lot of anxiety here about getting it right, because Jesus is a great friend, and you have a friendship with Jesus. So really what you want to do is just have a conversation, just talk to God about anything at all. You can start by saying, "Dear Jesus, I've got an issue, I've got a need. You see that the stuff that I'm dealing with, you see that I have a sickness, you see that I have friends that are making my life hard, you see that I have a spouse who is really making my life hard. God, would you please help me with that? You see that I have an addiction, God, that I really need help with. God, you see that I'm struggling with loneliness." Now those are just some examples, and for you it can be whatever it is you need to talk to God about. It's about you saying, "Dear Jesus," talking to him like a friend, and then you can say "Amen" to end it off. There's a few things you can do to help you in your prayer time. When I started off praying, lounging with God, when I started off praying, it was a simple, less than a minute, conversation with him. I was struggling with nightmares at night. I went to my pastor. I said, "Pastor, I'm having nightmares at night. What do I do about this?" And my pastor simply said, "Well, just before you go to bed, kneel beside your bed and say, 'Dear Jesus, please help me not have nightmares. Amen.'" And that was it. That's how I started lounging with Jesus, my prayer life. So every single night I'd get down beside my bed and I'd say, "Dear Jesus, help me not have nightmares. Amen." That was praying. That's honoring to God, not so complicated, and that's as easy as it is for you too. You could start very, very simply right there. "Dear Jesus, I got a big long day tomorrow. Help me to have the energy to get through it. Amen." There's no magic formula here, not really. It's just you and Jesus, you talking to him. If you'd like to use big long words because you are a rocket scientist, you go right ahead. God will accept you exactly as you are. You want to give your best to Jesus, he'll honor that too. But if you're starting with just the minimal stuff, "God, I only know how to talk to you like I talk to friends," that's okay. Talk to him as you would talk to a friend. L, lounge with Jesus. Now in the following 2 videos I'm going to talk about listening and linking. Lounge, listen, and link. Pray. So in order to start your friendship with Jesus, in order to start well, just take some time to talk to him. Just one note of encouragement here. If you are an adult, and because you're watching this video on my website, you probably are an adult. If you're an adult and you've recently come to Jesus, place your faith in him. This is what I've heard from adults who have come to faith in Jesus. Now they're starting to pray. They will tell me that they feel crazy. They feel like they're talking to themselves. they feel weird and awkward about it. Perhaps they're sitting in an empty room, maybe at the edge of their bed, and they're just talking to the blank wall, and it feels awkward. This is a matter of faith. God really does hear you. Jesus really, really does hear you. He's listening to you. He's watching you with an unblinking fascination. He's completely in love with you. And once you begin to talk to him, he receives that. So in faith, just go ahead and talk to him. I know it might feel awkward for you if you're an adult starting this off for the first time. It's okay. Just go for it. It's going to feel better and better the more you do this. So the more experience you get with this, it's going to be better. So just go for it. Lounge in the next 2 videos, listen and like.